G'day guys, welcome back to VTA. Here we are back in Dad's shed. Dad's going to be working on the getting the back wheels off in this video. As you'll see, they're quite a challenge. They are on a tapered with the keyway, not like we did with the 44, because these are standard axles, not row crops. So as you'll see in the video, Dad basically has to build a press setup or a puller setup with what do we got? A 30-ton jack.
30-ton jack out of a press.
That's the plan, and we'll see how well that works. So enjoy it, and yeah, hopefully Dave can do this without killing himself.
Right, I'm going to get set up to see if I can pull this wheel off this tractor. As you can see, I've managed to get the big 2 5/8, or I think it is, nut off the outside. That came off without too much problems. That's usually the very easy part of getting these wheels off. If you look under here, you can see that it's a great big thick chunk of cast iron, and it's on a shallow taper. I've organised a old Massey Harris, I think it's a 30k or a 102 Junior or something, front axle. It's a solid piece of 3" by 2" solid steel. I've drilled some holes in the right places. I've got the 30-ton jack off my press. And I've got some oil thread, 3/4 oil thread. Put 2 nuts on the back and 2 nuts on the front, and get it all set up there with the jack facing the right way. And I should be able to get somewhere around 30 ton on the puller. I'm not really convinced that it's going to come off, although I have got them off before. I've got some off a 55k using a 20-ton jack, and they managed to come off. So we might be okay, but we'll give it a try. Okay, I've got the jack set up. I can't quite get it high enough because I've got to leave the bottom down, and the lock over here that locks the entrance, the oil for the jack, hits the bar. But I've got it. I'm pretty sure I've got it high enough to get a good pull on it. So I'm now going to put a bit of force on it and see what happens. I probably should have left the nut on, but I don't think the wheel will go very far if it comes off. They usually just pop and bits fall on the ground. I've got a jack underneath it, just trying to make sure it sort of doesn't just fall on my lap, but the bolts will hold it anyway. So let's see. Can't get much jack on it because the wheels and the rims in the way. I could always strip the outer off and get the tyre off, but I can still go a little bit of it. Oh! Well, there you go. That is much easier than I've had before by a long chalk. Well, yeah, okay. That is brilliant. I'm very, very excited because I really thought we might have trouble. That's the hard part. Although getting a bloody heavy wheel off's the hard part as well, but that's the next job. I probably won't pull the wheel off until Stephen's here to help me. But I'll just slip the nut back on to make sure it stays there. But it's broken. The tape is broken, so that's the really hard part. I've got the second one set up, seeing the first one come off so easily. And like everyone else in every other workshop in the country, the little jack handle I had in my hand 5 minutes ago, I have put down somewhere and I can't find it. I learned a little bit last time. I worked out that I can put the knob for loosening off the jack on the top of the thing, and that actually works pretty well. And I've also worked that if I push the jack out a bit and get it out into its push, I've also got more room to move the jack handle. This is a 30-ton jack out of my press, so hopefully 30 ton is enough. Was with the other one, but I've seen them go very hard, so. This one's been a little bit tougher. Alright, we're getting some force on there now. Okay, this one's more what I expected. I'm a bit worried about breaking the 3/4 rod. It's not high tensile, it's just nickel plates. Okay, I figure the worst case scenario is the 3/4 steel rod all thread breaks, and I have to go and buy some high tensile all thread. So I'm going to get out of the way over this side, and I'm going to put the extra bit of handle which I found, which was actually in my hip pocket. So there you go. And I'm just going to keep working it a little bit at a time and see whether the wheel comes off or the all thread breaks. One or the other. think the oil thread might be getting longer. I did measure it to see if the oil thread is stretching, but I'm guessing it probably is. I guess if I can still pull the lever, I'm not up to 30 tonne yet. I did have a measurement of 405 here before. Let's see what I got now. Oh, not much more. So I haven't stretched the oil thread far. Okay. Maybe my jack's not getting pressure. Let's see if we can just nip this up a little bit. That may have been the problem. Yes, I think that might have been the problem. There we go. We got there. No, we didn't. We broke the rod. Oh dear. All right, high tension. Okay, we're back to have another go at getting this wheel off. I have now upgraded to 2 pieces of 20mm high tensile threaded rod. This is to replace the 2 bits of Bunnings 3/4 UNC, just plain threaded rod, which clearly weren't up to the job, as you saw from the previous video. So I'm now set up. I've tightened up, got the jacks sorted so it'll seal properly and I can get good pressure on it. So I'm going to have take 2. Okay, we won. As Stephen and I always say, we always win in the end, and that wheel is now off. I can do the rest, so absolutely very happy with that.
All right, as you can see, Dad had some fun getting the back wheels off. They took quite a bit of force and came off with a bang, but that's all right. They're off now, and lifting them off was a fun game in itself. But yeah, so they're laid on the floor, back behind the camera there, ready to do the tyres on them, and obviously we'll paint them and do whatever we have to do with them as well. So that's a bigger job than it seems, but they're off now, so we're happy. So we'll see you next time. Like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.